Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome to Tarot for You 444. I'm so delighted that you could be here with me today. And as always, you need to go and pause the video. Ready? Did you get a cuppa? You did? Oh, good. It's too good. It's too good. Now, Harry and Charlotte have gone shopping today. They've decided to try and buy something other than tacos. And I think tonight, and I don't even know what they are, but there's going to be tortillas, whatever they are. So that was Charlotte's idea that she wanted to do for Harry. So this could be an interesting evening here in Australia. Hopefully there's no domestics in the kitchen tonight. Now, today we're going to do a twin flame channeled advice reading. And I did want to have a little chat to you about the Ascension Course and tell you that if you would like to do it in September for this month, okay, I'll write it down so you can remember. All right. I'm not very organized today. I should have written it down before. Okay. So for my Ascension package for all of September, because we're nearly in September, which marks the beginning of spring here in Australia, but there's going to be 25% off of the Ascension package for those of you who email me, and want to do the Ascension package in September. Okay, so that's 25% off. So that's a huge saving for you. And there's over 7 hours of video content, and you'll end up coming into union with yourself first and foremost, which of course attracts in your twin flame. Okay, and for those of you who've done the Ascension course, you know how many shifts you've already had. Congratulations to those of you who are coming into union, and to those of you who are already in union after doing that. I've also got, just while I'm here, I'll tell you, I've also got the manifesting your twin flame video, and that is a super duper great price of 44 Australian dollars. Okay, it's a 1 hour instructional video, and it takes the guesswork out of the energetic connection. Okay, because most people forget that when they're on the twin flame journey, the connection is a soul to soul, heart to heart, third eye to third eye, energetic. I'm going to write that down. Energetic connection. Okay. Energetic. Okay. It's all about feeling. Okay. You want to feel into the connection. Okay. You want to feel your twin flame. The more and more you think about your twin flame, the more and more you don't want to do that. Okay. You want to feel them. Alrighty. So I guess just a quick reminder is the reason I made the Ascension course is so that you can come into a higher vibration of the self, okay, and maintain that vibration all of the time. And as you do that, you then allow your body to be free flowing, okay, and then you allow the attraction of the energetic connection to come in. And of course your twin flame is energy. Wow, we've got feathers going everywhere today. Okay. Cookie just looked at me hoping they're not his feathers. It's all right, Cookie, you're a different color. Look, Cookie's a different color. He hasn't got any white feathers. So see, it's not your feathers, it's some other bird. And I promise he wasn't harmed in the filming of this video. Alrighty, so let's have some fun. Let's actually have some fun today doing twin flame channeled advice. I feel like, why do I feel like the divine feminine is being more masculine and the divine masculine is being more feminine? I don't know why, but I feel like that's what's going to happen today. So I'm going to shuffle on camera so you can see that there's no pre-planning done here on this channel. There's no skullduggery here on this channel. We're going to tap into the energies. We might get the High Priestess, and you know what we call her? BJ. For those of you who have been here for previous readings, you might understand my humor. She's highly intuitive and has many skills, the High Priestess. And of course, I'm being very silly. Okay. Righty. The energy is feeling good. Fresh, new, feeling good. Okay. There's this feeling towards happy home. Let's get things going. You know, both twins have been reminiscing or thinking about or imagining this happy home in the recent past to now. It's this dreamy energy, and both twins perhaps are trying to feed this dreamy energy into the physical reality. It's like, you know how when you first meet your twin and you feel that bubble love, and then after a little while you want to slap them. Well, in the bubble love phase, we're kind of going back to that bubble love-ish phase where we're kind of dreaming about them and feeling as though we're in a fairy tale a little bit, all right? And that's a beautiful, dreamy, good feeling, because that's a manifesting feeling. Whatever your highest vibration is, you can manifest that more easily if you're staying at that high vibration. And that's, of course, why the Ascension Course was made in the first place, because as you stay in that high vibration, everything that's meant for you is attracted to you like magic, okay? That's the point. Alrighty, so let's delve in. Let's do Divine Feminine. Let's see where she's going. I'm hoping we haven't got any trapped Tracys or pissed off Petunias today. As you know, if you haven't been here before, I like to name the cards just for fun, make it a little bit more interesting. Now, I want to delve into Divine Masculine because it looks like he's looking for a new beginning. So let me just draw him so I can tap into his energy. Wow. There's a lot of love here from the Divine Masculine, so you can get excited about that. All you DFs listening today, he's really starting to feel the injustice in not moving forward in the connection. So let's do Divine Feminine first, just because we can. In the recent past, Divine Feminine was really contemplating some things. Perhaps even thinking, you know, is this journey right for me? Maybe I should just settle for other things. Perhaps he doesn't necessarily, perhaps the Divine Masculine is too busy with other things. Perhaps for some of you, your Divine Masculine has been a little bit egotistical Ernie, you know, having karmic issues that he's needing to solve, needing to cut a few things away in his life. But you see behind him here is this butterfly energy, this transformative energy. And then we have the birds. He really does want to come in with a message. if he hasn't already done so. But divine feminine's in this dreamy energy, you know. It's like, I know, you know, she kind of goes, I know I need to focus on myself, but I really, really love him. I know I should, you know, maybe work on my career, but I really, really love him. I know he hasn't come in for a little while, and gee, I really miss him, you know. So his presence or non-presence makes her feel, hang on, we'll go into the feeling space in a minute. Let's do the thinking first. In the recent past, she was off balance, perhaps even in her ego. The other day, she called divine masculine a mofo in the nicest possible way, but she was like, well, if you're not coming in, mofo, I'll just be over here doing my thing. Those little messages that you're sending, if any, we need more than that, right? Some divine feminine is saying, I'm the queen, what are you doing? Right? And then he's literally come in with 2 little text messages, or I don't know, not much at all here. And divine feminine's kind of going, well, if you really cared about me, let's go back to the Beyonce song. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. And he's kind of gone, I don't know, many divine masculines haven't come in much at all, or have given a teeny tiny bit. And so divine feminine's been thinking about this, you know. Hang on a minute, he's supposed to be the magician, the big manifester here, the dude that's gonna marry me perhaps one day. And then she says, is work more important than me? Is your karmic life more important than me? And then she goes, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be humble. I'm supposed to be focusing on myself. So she has this movement of, it's, I won't say bipolar, or will I? She's like, on one hand, where the hell is he? Like, where the hell is he? And then she's like, oh no, that's right, I'm being humble. I'm fine on my own. Just wait for him, right? This is what's going through her mind. Okay, so let's see. Finally, we'll get to divine masculine side now. What's he thinking? If you could have $1 million to know what he's thinking, we'd just about find it, wouldn't we? Alrighty, so there's been some overthinking and anxiety here for some of them. For some of them, they want to get out of an unjust situation. There is some depth in their thought. They've had to hold on to some stuff. Recently, they've had to perhaps argue with people in their karmic life. Their thinking hasn't been completely happy. There's been a lot of, I was going to say unpleasure. Unpleasure's not a word. Non-pleasure, non-happiness, non-wish fulfillment in their karmic life. And they've been thinking about the disconnect here with the people around them who aren't similar to them. Their way of thinking is very different to the people, places, and situations that they find themselves in or with. Okay. Now, how is divine feminine feeling? Let's move back to her. She's been, I love Divine Feminine. She's so resourceful because she goes, you know, I may after all run myself that bubble bath, or I might go camping. Ooh, cards flying everywhere. I might go camping on my own in the nakedness of my solitude. Right? So she's trying to keep it together, but she's doing it in a very beautiful, poignant way. Look at this. She's being humble. She's being nurturing to the self. She was perhaps going through a little dark night of the soul in the recent past, depressed, worried, anxious about, you know, not seeing the love from her divine masculine, which is always there in the ethereal, you know. It's always there. The energy's always there. It just depends whether you tap into it or not. So she's doing a great job of taking care of herself, but she's only kind of just come out of this little mini sadness or mini depression or mini feeling of not feeling so great. All right. Well done, Divine Feminine. Many of you have a third-party situation in the way. Either you're married or connected, or your counterpart is. And many of you are not happy in your current situation and confused about your current situation because it's not your truthful way of being. It doesn't resonate with you like the twin flame journey does. Alrighty, so how is Divine Masculine feeling? There's been some kind of shake-up within his emotions. Okay. Pleasantly, surprisingly beautiful is in the separation. In the separation, he's finally worked out what sexual position he wants to do when he comes in. No, I'm joking. He may have, but it's a deep love here. He's feeling deep love. He's feeling this deep love, knowing that it's from a long time ago. And look at all the pink here for the heart chakra. The heart chakra is generally green, but the higher heart chakra is pink. Okay, so he doesn't just feel Divine Feminine in his heart. He longs for her. And this is a beautiful, deep connection here. He's even perhaps thinking of what he wants to do to her. You know, he may want to kiss her on the forehead. He may want to really, you know, scoop her up and love her in some way. But I'm feeling as though he wants to touch her intimately, in a more romantic and deep, sensual way. Okay, rather than wham bam thank you ma'am, although he wants to do that too. But for right now, he's really in his heart space, really connected to that deep love, and it's coming from the root chakra, and he's feeling it in his heart space. It's a very beautiful love. It's coming up, and he really misses her a lot. Very much misses his Divine Feminine. Now, I dropped a card on the floor, and there's no High Priestess here to help me go down and get it. Pardon the pun. We have to have fun on the twin flame journey. Otherwise, you know what happens? We're in a perpetual state of the dark night of the soul. And if that happens, I don't know. I don't think there's any way out of that, you know. So we need to keep it a little bit fun. All right. Now, Divine Feminine, what is she doing? I'm so proud of you, Divine Feminine. You are the bee's knees when it comes to somehow getting your shit in a pile and fixing it all up. You were stressed, you were burdened, you were doing too much in your physical life. And then you went, you know what? I might drop all of this mindset that I've got because, I just want to feel good. I literally want to sit on my throne, speak my truth, and feel balanced. This is being completely grounded. This is knowing what you want to do. The crown on her head here is denoting that she has this wisdom. You don't sit there with the crown on your head unless you have some kind of wisdom. She knows that she needs to be grounded. She knows that she needs to be balanced. And she also understands that she needs to cut things out of her life that no longer serve her. There's no justice in staying with people, places, or situations that don't serve her anymore. What's the point? And so here she is. Whether divine masculine's coming in or not, she is standing in her own truth here. And this is beautiful because we have the solar plexus here working well. We have the root chakra working well. Very beautiful energy. There is justice in speaking your truth, knowing who you are, coming into your inner knowing of who you connect with as well. Okay. Some divine feminines may have marriages they're going in or out of at this time. This can denote legal proceedings as well, going in your favor though. All right. So if you were wondering about a legal situation, it's going to work in your favor. There may be some time involved here, but it's going to work in your favor. Let's see what the action space is of divine masculine, because we know his feeling is in this deep love and connectedness, which is so beautiful here. I absolutely love, we've got more pink cards here as well. His action space, as we know, he's not completely thinking. He's not really thinking too much at all. He's in a feeling space. He's in a very feminine kind of space. Normally it's the women or the feminine energy that feel and the men who think. But at the moment, he's in his feeling space. He is, for some of them, they may have had a little illness that they've had to get over. And it says, don't worry, the sickness will be overcome. We have the the never-ending story luck dragon here, bringing luck to his situation. He may have had to look after other people who've not been well around him as well. Okay, but this is the strength card. He has the strength to do this. The other thing he's also doing is, if he can't come in to see you, wow, he's having a hard time speaking. If he can't come in and talk with you right now, he's having a look at your social media or thinking about the conversations you may have had together. For some of you, your divine masculine has dark hair, is very eager to learn new things, and may be quick-witted. Say that 3 times fast. Quick-witted. And very intelligent as well. Also extremely clever at turning situations to suit himself. All right, so he's got some karmic stuff going on, but make no mistake, his feeling is with you. He's feeling you, divine feminine. And divine feminine, no matter what you've been through recently, because I can see there's been a few burdens in your action space, in your life, no matter what you've been through, I am so proud of you. Look at you taking the bull by the horns, you know? That's a saying in Australia, taking the bull by the horns, meaning you've got the reins. If you're a cowboy, you've got the reins of the horse, All of the Americans who laugh at my accent, it must be funny. But it also must be funny for anyone, wherever you are in the world, to listen to Australian people talk, because I can imagine we sound very strange. So what's the message from Spirit here? We have a divine feminine. We'll just recap it. Divine feminine was having a little bit of a hard time, kind of thinking, well, if you love me, where are you? And then going, oh, but hang on, I'll work on myself. And now she's kind of in that more easy place where she's just, focusing on herself right now, if divine masculine's not there, because what else can she do? You can yell at the moon as many nights as you like, but it's not going to bring him in. So she's in this beautiful, confident place. There may still be, because she's in her root chakra energy and her bottom chakras more, there may be the need to connect a little bit into the heart space, because I haven't got many cups here for her. I'm not seeing much emotion here. So if that feels like you, if you feel like, you can take on the world in a bit of an alpha way, that's great, but you still want to come into that heart space. Okay. It's really funny that there's the opposites here, the yin and the yang going on here. Divine feminine's kind of powering through now. She was having a difficult time powering through, and divine masculine seems to be in that receptive mode, in that feeling mode, in that more feminine mode. So if divine feminine, you can kind of flip it a little bit into, being in your heart space, being in that receiving mode. As you come more into your heart space and into that receiving mode, divine masculine can pick up his root chakra, feel a bit more strength, and come into you. Because remember, the divine feminine is the receiving energy and the masculine is the giving energy. Okay, you don't want to be so, as a divine feminine, you don't want to be so assertive that you're chasing after your divine masculine, if you know what I mean. It's the other way around. The masculine energy needs to chase the feminine. Okay, that's just the way it works. It's kind of like how the penis goes into the vagina, if we're talking in sexual terms, and of course take gender how it resonates, but it's that plugging in of the masculine into the feminine. She receives. Okay. And energetically, that's also what happens. Quite often I hear from, I've worked with, hundreds upon hundreds of divine feminines and masculines now. And what I find is that as soon as divine feminine learns how to ascend her energy, come into this beautiful, we're always ascending, but, as soon as she learns how to have this joy from within, she's able to feel her masculine far more. And, he'll come in miraculously. He'll just seem to magically appear every time she gets into that receptive mode. And it's because that's what attracts him to her. It's kind of like how a bee is attracted to the pollen in the flower. The flower is just open and sitting there waiting. It's doing its own thing. It's not even waiting. It's just doing its own thing. And it's sitting there in all of its beauty. And then the bee comes in and pollinates, or takes the pollen. I don't know. What do bees do? Someone can explain that to me. I maybe need a YouTube video to explain that. You know what I mean? The flower's here, which is divine feminine's the flower, and the masculine is the bee coming to do whatever bees do, all right? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It's been a long morning. Harry's laughing at me over there. Are you back from shopping now, are you? Oh, goodness. Well, what will I have tonight? I don't know. Rice will do. Rice? Be good? But I want you to cook it, Harry, not Charlotte. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to say to you today is that whatever perspective you have from your inner self, okay, I'm going to draw a picture. I think it's relevant today. Hopefully it's not like my B explanation, which makes no sense at all. But this may make sense, all right? Alrighty. Now, if you can't draw stick figures, I can teach you how, all right? All right, we'll give Divine Feminine a little bit longer here. Okay, so here's Divine Feminine. Look how beautiful she is. She's so radiant in all of her glory here. She's maybe not eating enough, but that's okay. We'll feed her tonight and she'll look great. Okay, so she is feeling good from the inside. Okay, this is what I want you. This works for Divine Masculine as well, of course, but when she feels good from the inside out, okay, things begin being attracted to her, all right? Okay, so that job she wants, that twin flame she wants, that house of her dreams that she wants, that opportunity that she wants, okay, all start coming to her kind of magically, okay, because everything has its own vibration, okay. And as we stay in the lower vibration here of, you'll know if you're in a lower vibration by how you feel. So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling fearful, if you're feeling jealous, if you're feeling angry, that's a lower vibrational emotion. And as you raise in your vibration and learn how to stay at a higher vibration, all the higher vibrational things will become attracted to you energetically. Remember? Energetically. And this is also how the twin flame union works, is that the souls always have their frequency that's a match, but the vibration can change. Okay, so you know, your soul is the same soul frequency as your divine masculine, but do you choose every day to get up and raise your vibration, or do you choose the lower consciousness vibration of, you know, judgment, blame, getting mad at the news, yelling at your friends and family, etc., you know? Or do you choose the higher vibrational emotions and feelings that attract all of this cool stuff to you? All right? Because doesn't she look great? I mean, apart from that we need to draw fingers and toes on her, she's looking pretty happy. And this happiness comes from the inside of herself, and then she kind of beams her joy out to others. You know, it's not the other way around. We don't get happiness from the stuff around us. You know, there's no drug, no alcoholic beverage, no man or woman or location or anything that's going to make you happy. All right, you need to shift into a consciousness of knowing that happiness comes from within, and once you have it from within, then it kind of doesn't matter where you are in the world, because you can live from that inner space of being happy, and then you can mold and shape the life that you want. Okay, so just remember, for September there's 25% off of the Ascension package, and if you want my manifesting twin flame video, it's available for 44 Australian dollars. And that is all I have to say to you today, apart from stay in your joy, reach for your highest vibration, your highest thought, your highest way of being, okay? And know that your divine masculine loves you unconditionally. And also, if you're a divine masculine listening, know that your divine feminine also loves you unconditionally. Even if they're not showing up in the physical reality as doing that, their soul is madly, terribly, crazily, dangerously, in a good way, in love with you. All right. So have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And if you haven't got a cuppa yet, go and get one. And I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye. Bye.